Good morning everybody, here we are again. Proverbs chapter 10 verses 18 to 19. He who conceals his hatred has lying lips, and whoever spreads slander is a fool. When words are many, sin is not absent, but he who holds his tongue is wise. The remaining 4 verses in this small section are all connected through speech. The first one we look at today is unusual in that it has nothing positive to say. Perhaps it emphasises the danger of misusing words. Goodness me, words can be so dangerous, can't they? We all know that. It does, however, have a contrast between concealing his hatred and spreads slander, and understandably neither is commended. Now, in the first instance, we see that the result of concealing hatred is a breaking of the 9th commandment, you shall not lie. Seems a bit strange, doesn't it? Because how can concealing something be a lie? You're deliberately not saying it. Luke 6 verse 4 says, the good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and the evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For out of the overflow of his heart his mouth speaks. Now, the natural thing for a heart with hatred in is to blurt it out. It takes a lot of effort to hold it in. I guess you have to lie. But even then, hatred inevitably bursts out because it's in there. It's not meant to be concealed in the heart. It comes out. It's vile filth in slander and blackening a man's character. However, the end result in seeking to spread slander is that your poor character is displayed. You're the fool, lacking in godly wisdom, and your only hope is to say nothing. Chapter 17 verse 28 tells us that even a fool is thought wise if he keeps silent. The thing is, if there's hatred in your heart, deal with it. Building on this, we see the contrast, don't we, between many words and holding your tongue. The unwritten word here is self-control, and the lack of it means that sin is not absent. Surely, if a thoughtless lack of self-control over the tongue results in sin, we must hold our tongue. But then that seems to contradict what we've just been saying about concealing hatred. What to do? Now, of course, even the fool is thought wise if he's silent. We've seen that. But of course, it means that there's some pretty major attention is needed, some pretty serious heart surgery to make one wise. James was right, wasn't he, when he said in chapter 3 verse 6, the tongue also is a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole person, sets the whole course of his life on fire, and is itself set on fire by hell. And later on he says, no man can tame the tongue. Fortunately, we have the Holy Spirit to help, don't we? And it is He who leads us into righteousness. The heart of the problem, as ever, my friends, is the problem of the heart. We need that heart surgery, don't we, to correct the problem. It is possible. Paul tells us in Ephesians 4, he says, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. And then we also mentioned earlier, didn't we, Luke chapter 6 verse 45, for out of the overflow of his heart his mouth speaks. Let's give our hearts some major attention. Let's seek to speak words that encourage and lift up, and that come out of a heart that is on fire for the Lord. Okay folks, every blessing, back to work.